Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Okay, can you guys hear me okay and see me okay? Hello. Alrighty, wonderful. So as you are all joining in, I will just take a few moments to welcome you all. Let me know if you can hear me okay and see me okay. Yes, you made it, Sarah. Amazing. Hi from Maud. Hi. Hi, everyone. It's so nice to have you here. Okay, so we have a big exercise today. It's one of our most popular ones when we do the money challenge, but I want to just give everyone a moment to come in, get comfortable, get into the room. Hi, Divya, pleasure to connect with you too. Okay, and how are you guys going? How's the money challenge going? Are we experiencing a change in our bodies, in our energies, in our mind, in the way that we're thinking about money, being with money? What is it that's coming up for you, or what are you becoming aware of? I am seeing and hearing some really cool stories, getting some really cool messages. So that's always exciting. And I just want you guys to remember to stay in the energy, to allow yourself to keep receiving, even if and when it feels like nothing is changing on the outside. I read this really cool analogy today about how, this tiny blade of grass, right before it emerges and is this thing that we can see in the world, it is coming up against like this heavy, dark soil. It is covered, it is smothered under the earth. And right before it pokes through and emerges as this blade of grass, it experiences the most resistance to it being expressed in the world. And that is so true for us. And the experiences that we have, and when we are wanting to change something, or when we're trying to create a different way of being, normally right before that change is the most resistance. Feels like you have the most weight on your shoulders, feels like you're hitting up against the most difficulty. So whether this has been a super wonderful, easy conversation or a challenge for you so far, or whether you are currently hitting up against that resistance and you feel like all of the weight of that dark soil is on you and you're this little blade of grass trying to emerge, just remember that just like in nature, when there is resistance right before the most beautiful blooming that occurs, we are beings of nature as well. And so please know that you are probably about to flourish even when it feels really difficult and like things are not going your way. Wow. Okay. Awesome to read and hear your feedback. So keep that coming. And what I want to do in the meantime is start telling you about today's exercise. So for those of you who have been with me before in the money challenge, you may remember the clearing the lies of money from the timeline of your life exercise. It's a super great exercise. It's super potent. And no matter how many times you do it, for myself included, you continue to come up with more things that you didn't realize were contributing to your money consciousness. So today we're going to do this exercise. It's called clearing the lies from the timeline of your life. I'm going to lead you in this exercise. And what we're going to be doing is going all the way back to the point when you were in utero, before you were even born, when you were in your mother's tummy, and progressing through each kind of significant period in your life from that point onwards, and identifying and clearing the money stories, but actually the lies that you had bought, or the misidentification or misapplication about money that you are holding on to from that period in your life. This is also the exercise that is going to help you let go of the stuff that actually isn't yours. So what I mean by that is, for those of you that know that we actually take on things from other people, most importantly, our parents, in the first 2 years of our life especially, we don't actually realize that we are not our parents because we are around them all of the time. So our reality is our parents' reality. And whatever is going on at that point in time for our parents, for our grandparents, for the people who are in close vicinity to us, we take on. We also take on the conditioning and the stories of our culture, our religion, our geographical location, as many of you were starting to identify yesterday when we were talking about your particular money story. And so today is this really great lead on from yesterday's exercise, where we are going to be clearing the conscious and subconscious, the practical as well as the energetic points of view, memories, and lies that you have been holding on to, or that you had bought without even realizing you had bought into it from any point in your life. Now, to do this exercise, you actually get to relax today. You don't have to do much at all. I'm going to be doing all the work for you. So how does it get better than that? I'm going to be leading you through. And for those of you that might think that you are having a blank or there's nothing coming up for you, especially in the first kind of 10 years, because I might be saying things and you'll say, I can't remember what was going on for me when I was a baby, or I don't know what was going on when I was 5 years old. That's okay. I'm working at all levels here of mind, body, and energy. So even if you cannot cognitively remember or think of what is going on, have you noticed that actually we have a visceral memory? That when you smell something, something gets created, whether or not you realize that you held that memory, that your body has a memory. And sometimes you'll go somewhere or see something or hear something, and your body responds in a certain way without you even realizing. So this stuff is designed to clear at all three levels of mind, body, and energy, whether or not you are cognitively aware of it or not. So I'm going to talk you through that age and stage of your life. I'm going to be asking the body whispering energy to be contributing to your body dissipating, releasing, and clearing the thoughts, beliefs, the points of view, and the lies that you had taken on from that point in time. And body whispering energy is very gentle. It's not going to feel particularly hard or like something major is necessarily happening. Some of you will experience a sense of release. Some of you will experience sensations in your body, or you'll have thoughts or words or images flash up in your mind, or you'll have this sense of awareness of like, wow, I never realized I was holding on to that. But ultimately, it's this very gentle, healing, and contributory energy. And what I'm asking it to do in this particular instance is to help you release and then heal those things that you are still holding on to and have yet not reconciled in your mind, body, or energy. Okay. So it's very simple. You don't have to think too hard about it. If you have questions about body whispering, you can ask me after and I will answer your questions. And we've got a couple of cool things to talk about after today's live exercise. But for now, let's jump into the work. Let's clear the stuff. Let's create more money. All right. So I'm going to ask you to be comfortable wherever you are. I'm going to ask you to relax. I'm going to ask you to, if you would allow me today to be able to contribute to you at all levels of mind, body, and energy, and any barriers, any resistance, anything that you don't believe is possible or that you don't feel comfortable uncomfortable or you don't think it's going to work, if you could just lower those barriers and just put those thoughts aside for the next few moments. It's okay if you don't believe in this stuff. Just see what happens, okay? All right, and now I'm going to ask you to take a nice deep breath in. And then when you breathe out, I'm going to ask you to completely relax. And I'm going to ask you to go back through the timeline of your life, all the way back to when you were a little baby, in your mother's stomach, in utero, in the womb. And you may or may not have any idea, but maybe you have been told about where your parents were at that time. Maybe you know where your family lived. Maybe you know the situation that your parents were in. Maybe they were young. Maybe you were their first child. Maybe you were their last child. Maybe your family were really struggling financially at that time. Maybe they were doing really well. Maybe your father was running a business. Maybe your mother was inheriting money. Whatever it was that was going on for your family, for your surrounding family members, friends, everything that contributed to your money consciousness at that time. Anything that no longer serves you, anything that is not true, all of the points of view, anything that does not belong to you, any of the lies that you have been functioning from. Would you allow your body, your mind, and your energy to now dissipate, release, and let go of everything that is no longer true and no longer serving you? And as we start to progress through that timeline of your life, if you think of yourself when you were a baby now, you have been born into the world. Here you are. You've been born. Again, you might be the first child, the middle child, the last child. Maybe you know because you've been told that at that time in your life, when you were just born, your parents were really struggling financially, or maybe they were doing really well. Maybe they had just bought their first family home. Maybe they were moving across the country. Maybe the economy was doing really well. Maybe there was a depression at that time. Whatever you picked up on from your family members, your friends, your people surrounding you while you were this little baby who had no idea about money, but all of the points of view about money, all of the money consciousness, all of the energetic points of view that you got stuck with or struck with as this little baby, would you allow yourself now to let it all go, to dissipate, to release, to let all of those lies be taken away and allow this energy to facilitate you in being free of everything that no longer serves you when it comes to your money memories and money consciousness? And as we progress through the timeline of your life and you become a little toddler between the ages of 2 to 5, you're starting to walk, you're starting to learn things. Maybe you're starting to be given treats or presents or toys. Maybe around you, your parents are starting to do well, or maybe they're really struggling financially. Maybe another baby has been born into the family. Maybe at age 2 or 3 or 4, suddenly there's a new baby on the scene. And what are you picking up on at this age? What are your points of view about money, about being given the things you want? What have you been taught about being able to have what you want, being deserving of receiving gifts, money, or even love and attention? What have you learned at this point in your life? And what is it that is no longer true, no longer serving you? What is coming up for you about money, receiving, business, success, your ability to receive or to have? Everything that you are starting to become aware of in your mind, body, or energy And anything that is no longer true for you, no longer serving you, or anything that you picked up on that was actually a lie, would you allow yourself to now dissipate, release, and let it all go? Return it all to the people that it belongs to the points of view that they stuck you with that are actually not yours, and allow yourself to be cleared at all levels of mind, body, and energy. And now, maybe you're starting school at this age. Maybe you're about to start school. Maybe you've already started school. What are the things that you're learning about money? What are you starting to pick up on from the kids around you? Maybe in your first few years of school, you're starting to realize some kids have more than you. Some kids have less. Some kids have the good toys. Some kids get whatever they want for their birthday. Other kids don't. Maybe you're starting to realize there's this thing called money. Maybe you ask for things and you get it straight away, or maybe you don't. What are you starting to learn? What are you starting to pick up on? And what are you starting to believe about money, business, success, receiving, and your ability to receive and have the things that you wish to have? And what is going on around you at this point in time that you are starting to buy into or believe from your family members, friends, or the people around you? And everything that is, would you allow yourself to let anything that is no longer true, anything that is no longer serving you, or anything that it actually has not and never did belong to you, would you allow your mind, body, and energy to let it all go, to dissipate it, release it, return it all to sender? And as we continue through the timeline of your life now, you're starting to become 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. You're an older child. Maybe you're starting to really understand that there is this hierarchy in society. Maybe you're starting to understand that there's people who have less than you, there's people that have more than you, that sometimes you get what you want, other times you don't. Maybe you start to hear your parents fighting or discussing things to do with money. Maybe at this time in your life, your parents suddenly lost a lot of money, or they gained a lot of money. Maybe your dad got a promotion, or maybe he lost his job. Maybe you had to move countries or cities. And that made you think that you had to give up the things you wanted or the things that were comfortable to you that you knew in order to move away because of money, because of your family or your parents' jobs. Maybe your parents separated at this age. Maybe you experienced death or loss for the very first time. What did these experiences teach you about money, about receiving, about how much you were able to have? What are the stories? What are the points of view? What is the conditioning that you are starting to develop and believe about money? And everything that's starting to come up, everything you're starting to becoming aware of, or anything that's starting to stir in your body, in your mind, or in your energy, would you allow yourself to now dissipate it, release it, allow it to clear from your body? And now, maybe you are a preteen. So from the ages of 10 to 13, you're starting to really develop a sense of your own self here. Maybe you're starting to get pocket money. Maybe you're starting to ask for things and realizing you get it or you don't get it. Maybe you realize that some of your friends are able to do things that they want to, and others of your friends seem to come from a very different background. Maybe you're starting to have more discussions about money, about pocket money, about what you need to be doing in your life. Maybe you need to do chores in order to receive money. Maybe you need to start helping out more around the home or in the family business. Maybe you're starting to realize that your parents are stressed about this thing called money. Whatever it is, whatever it was that you learned, picked up on, or started to believe about money at this age, would you allow yourself to now dissipate, release, let all of those lies be cleared from all levels of mind, body, and energy? And now let's think about you becoming a teenager. From the ages of 13 to 15, what's going on in your life? At this point, you're starting to really know that this thing called money exists. You're also starting to realize that maybe it doesn't come as easily as you would like it to, or maybe you're spoiled. Maybe you're given everything you want as soon as you ask for it. Maybe you've never had to worry about money. Maybe you're very spoiled from your mother, but not your father. Or maybe your father gives you whatever you want, but your mother's always talking about needing to save money. Or maybe at this time in your life, you're realizing that your family is struggling with money, but your friends or your cousins have much more than you. Maybe at this time your grandparents pass away and there's either a huge debt that's realized, or there's family issues or business issues, or there's a large inheritance. Maybe at this time you're starting to realize that it's time for you to go out and get your first job or start thinking about money. This is also the time in your life where you're going to start hearing things around you needing to study, you needing to do well so that you can get the marks that you need so that you can get a good job. You can have the career that you would like to. Everything that you are starting to think about money, believe about money, starting to do all these calculations, start to think about what's required to be successful or to be good with money or to be bad with money. All of these things that you've taken on in your mind, body, or energy, would you allow yourself to now dissipate, release, and let go of anything that is not true, anything that is not yours, and anything that is no longer serving you? And now as we get to the age of 18, as you're starting to either finish high school and go to college or university, or maybe you've left school and you've decided to join the workforce. Maybe you were deployed and you had to join the army. Maybe you were sent off to study across the world or across the country at that age. Maybe you met the love of your life. Maybe you're with your high school sweetheart. What are you learning about money? And what are you starting to figure out about your relationship with money? What is your family's equation with money at this point? What are you starting to believe about how easy or hard it is for you to have money? Maybe at this age, you're very happy and positive and enthusiastic about going out and creating yourself in the world. Or maybe you're worried because you don't know anything about money. You don't know how to create it. You don't know where it's going to come from, and you don't know what you want to do in your life. Maybe you're being told to do one thing and you want to do something else. Maybe you're being told that you cannot be a singer or a musician or an actress because that's not going to make you any money, but that's what you really want to do. So all of those thoughts, all of those beliefs, all of those points of view, And everything that you got stuck with and struck with around this age, at this pivotal time in your life, as you transition from adolescence into adulthood, would you allow your mind, body, energy to dissipate, release, and let go of anything that is no longer serving you, anything that is a lie, anything that you had picked up on that is not actually yours? And now, as a young adult, you're between the ages of 19 and 23. What are you learning about money? What's happening when you're 21? What's happening when you're 22? Are you in college? Are you in university? Are you in an exchange program? Have you met the love of your life? Maybe you're getting married. Maybe you already have a child. Maybe at this point in your life, you have friends who are at hugely different stages in life. Maybe some people are starting to get on their feet and make money. Others are still acting like young teenagers and not worried about money at all. What are your parents saying to you about money at this point in time? Are they telling you you need to get serious? You need to decide what you want to do. You need to start proving yourself and your worth. Maybe at this time you're thinking that you want to do this, but you instead have to do that. Maybe you're interviewing for your first job. Maybe you're doing an internship. Maybe you're living off noodles. Or maybe you're, again, living at home, being supported by your parents. Maybe you're studying. Everything is great. You haven't had to deal with money or haven't come up with any major issues with money yet. Maybe you've taken your first loan at this age. Maybe you're starting to learn about paying back your credit cards. Everything that comes up for you, everything that you have learned, everything that you have bought, and everything that you have believed about money from this time in your life, would you allow your mind, body, and energy to now dissipate, release, and let go of anything that is not true for you or no longer serving you? And as you become a 25-year-old, what's going on for you? 25, 26, maybe you're getting married. Maybe you're moving countries. Maybe you've bought your first house. Maybe you're starting to look around and realizing that you have colleagues who are doing better than you. Maybe you're wanting to be promoted. Maybe you're thinking you need to change companies. Maybe you're thinking that you're really unhappy doing what you're doing. Maybe you're starting to realize that you don't know how to make enough money. Or maybe this is the time in your life where you're doing really well and you're still carefree and everything is working out for you. You're enthusiastic, you're positive about money. What is it that you're learning? What's going on in the economy at this point? What are your thoughts about being able to buy a car, buy a house, go on holiday? What are people saying to you at this age? Who are you looking up to? What have you learned from your parents, from your grandparents, from the TV ads? What is the messaging around money at this time in your life? And everything that this is, everything that brings up for you, everything that you're starting to remember, that maybe there was an incident, maybe there was a conversation, maybe you were told that you weren't good enough or that you were never going to make enough money. Maybe you want to ask a girl out, but you feel like you don't have enough money to meet her needs. Maybe someone has said to you that you're not as well off as they are. Maybe you're starting to realize that everyone is playing this keeping up with the Joneses thing, and you need to start acting and dressing and having these things that everyone else seems to have. Everything that you are holding on to from that period in your life, would you allow yourself to dissipate, release, let it all go and return it all to whoever it belongs to? all of those points of view, all of those memories, and all of those lies about money that you have bought into and that you believe. What about from the ages of 25 to 30? What's going on for you in your life? Where are you in the world? Do you want to travel? Do you want to go out and experience things? Are you having children? Are you getting married? Are you comparing yourself to your friends? Are you feeling happy or unhappy with your progress in life? Do you feel like you're making enough money or not enough money? What is your family saying to you at this point in your life? What is the feedback that you're getting about money, business, success, social status? What are the conversations around? Are you starting to learn about investing? Are you worried about the interest rates? Or is this stuff totally unrelated to you? Do you still have no idea about what you need? You're still happy, comfortable, living your life, and money isn't creating any issues for you. Everything that happened around that age, any of the thoughts, beliefs, projections, or points of view that you have taken on, would you allow yourself to dissipate, release, and let go of all of those points of view, all of those memories, and all of those lies that are no longer serving you? And now from the ages of 30 to 50, you're an adult. You're living your life. What are the things that have happened to you? What are the points of view? What are the things or the experiences that have either stuck you, struck you, limited you, inhibited you? Are you acting like your mother, your father? Are your ancestors contributing to you with their money story, or are you starting to recreate your family history? Are you believing in yourself? Are you trusting your ability with money, or are you stuck? Have you invested in things that create assets and wealth for you, or are you struggling with debt? What are the things that you believe? What are you seeing throughout your life as an adult? Are you struggling to keep up with everyone else? Are you unhappy and unfulfilled doing a job that you don't like, but that puts food on the table and pays your bills? Are you thinking that it's time to take a chance and to actually go and do what you really want to do, even if it's risky? All of that struggle, all of that money struggle, yes. Maybe you have children, maybe you have multiple children, maybe you're trying to be a father, a mother, a provider, a business owner, an employee, a good daughter, son, sister, brother, grandchild. Maybe you have multiple responsibilities on you financially. Maybe you have so much stress. Maybe you do not know how to get out of this cycle of debt, or this poor money consciousness or poor money mentality. Everything that's coming up for you, everywhere where you are the product of you not knowing how to get out of the cycles that have been created, would you allow yourself to really let it come up in your mind, in your body, and in your energy, and then allow it to dissipate, release, be facilitated through you, out of you, allow your energy to be cleared, and let this all go. And anywhere where this belongs to somebody else, you know, if you are recreating your mother, your father, your grandparents' reality with money, what your neighbors are doing, what society is doing, what most of the people in your industry are doing, if you are energetically aligning to some glass ceiling that is actually not yours or not true for you, would you allow yourself to break through that now? And for those of you that are older than that, for those of you who are looking at 50, age 55, 60, 65, what's going on for you? What are you starting to think about when it comes to retirement, savings, having enough money, providing for your family, having money for your children to inherit, having enough money for expenses such as weddings, funerals, things that need to be done as you prepare for the later stages of your life? All of that fear, all of that worry, all of that conditioning from society, all of the points of view that you have, and anywhere where you have seen or bought into the hardship and the difficulty of this age or stage of your life, would you allow yourself to now dissipate, release, let it all go from all levels of mind, body, and energy? Okay. So we have just completed this exercise that's taken you from in the womb to retirement age. This is an exercise that you can do over and over again, and different memories, different things might come up. You asking for pocket money, you getting the birthday presents you want, not getting the birthday presents you want, having as much money as your friends, not having as much money as your friends. All of the things that might start popping into your awareness that have actually created your subconscious money reality. Allow yourself to keep processing this. Now, like I said, yesterday we identified your current money story. Today, we've looked at some of the origin of those money stories. Yesterday, we identified it. Today, we've also gone deeper into identifying the ages that subconscious conditioning was created, and we've cleared it. So from tomorrow, we're going to start getting into activating and creating more money at an energetic vibration and frequency level. Allow yourself to be gentle and kind with yourself. Allow yourself to remind yourself that you are not your mother, your father, your grandparents, your culture, your society, the people and the stories that you heard growing up. That you do not have to energetically attune to that same vibration and therefore create those same outcomes. That actually you can consciously look at the things that have been creating your current reality and choose to change them. And that is what this 5-day challenge is about. So that was today's exercise. Now, over the next few days, we still have 2 more days. Remember to keep sending in your money miracles, your money success stories. And even if you're challenged right now, like I said at the beginning of this live, if you currently feel like the blade of grass with all of that dirt piled on top of you and you are struggling to break through, share that in the group because we want to support you. I want to support you. And there's a couple of exciting things I wanted to talk about today. We have the next body whispering class this weekend. And if this exercise, which was a very, very small taste of body whispering energy, if you would like to play with this energy over a whole weekend and look at healing all areas of your mind, body, and energy, and being able to provide these sessions for yourself, for your family and loved ones, as well as offer them as a paid modality as a practitioner, all of that is possible from attending this 2-day class coming up on the 26th and 27th of Body Whispering. So the exciting thing with this class is we just confirmed Hindi translation for the very first time. So if you or someone you know would like to do this class and your preferred language is Hindi, that is now available for you. We have Arabic translation. It will be delayed at this point, but you do have Arabic translation for this class. And we, of course, have it in English. And if there are requests for any other language, just let us know. If we can't do it this class, we will do our best to incorporate that language in our next body whispering class, which will be in June. So it's a little while away. So if you have been waiting for a body whispering class, this is the class. It's this weekend. If you want to know more, send me a message about the body whispering class and I'll give you all the details. We also have 2 exciting business announcements for those of you that have been familiar over the years with the Business Upgrade program. That program is about to kick off. We're about to open the doors for our next intake. Business Upgrade is a 3-month program to help you completely create the foundation for your business when it comes to money mindset, when it comes to business mindset, and when it comes to practical strategy and application. So this is the program that I take service-based entrepreneurs, whether you're a healer, practitioner, salon owner, accountant, whatever it is that you do. If you want to learn about managing your money, your energy, and being able to create a successful business in this reality, this is my foundational business program. It is always off the charts and people continue to rave about it years after doing it. I've had multiple people do it multiple times. Each time they start a new venture, it creates so much confidence when it comes to business and energetic congruence. So I'm going to be posting the link to Business Upgrade here. Doors are not quite open. They're going to open right after the challenge, but I am going to bring back our 50% scholarship offer. So for those of you that have been wanting to do Business Upgrade, if you're part of this challenge, everyone that participates in the challenge gets entered into the draw. It's a random draw to win a 50% scholarship to the Business Upgrade program. Whether or not you win that scholarship, the program is priced amazingly, and there's a three-month payment plan option. So cost is not a barrier to you learning everything you need to be successful in business and to make all the money you would like to. And for those of you that are already established in business, I have 2 programs for you. One is the Build Your Own Empire Mastermind, which is a year-long program with me. The other is a brand new offering. It's called Prosperous Empress. It's an 8-month program for those of you that are already well established in business and are scaling to multiple 6 figures. I'm going to be sharing all of these details with you guys soon. But I want you guys, yes, Shivani, I am so excited about all of you. I'm excited about all of you joining into all of these programs at whatever level works for you. And that's why I've done it this way now is I have started out as a practitioner that worked one-on-one and was very restricted with money and with my ability to make money, and being able to scale to a multiple 6-figure business that's currently scaling to 7. I've now been able to create these multiple offerings that allow me to help you, whether you're starting out in business, are established in business, or you're well established, but you're looking for the support, the partnership, and the mentorship to keep growing to that $1 million mark. And so I've got these 3 programs. I cannot wait for you guys to check them out. And if you want to spend the weekend with me, come along to the Body Whispering class. I'll post the link here. I'm so excited. I don't have that much time to do as many classes as I used to. So I'm really excited that we have this class this weekend. And in a couple of weeks, we have our first Business Whispering class of the year. And later on in April, we have Business Whispering Advanced. So I'm happy to answer any questions about any of those programs. I will be posting all of the links below so you guys can read about it, find out about it, and then maybe start to get an idea of what's going to suit you. And then you can get in touch with myself or the team, and we will do our absolute best to get you into the program or the class that is going to best support you at this time in your life. So, and if you would like that class translated into whatever language, let us know. We're doing our utmost to get all of the languages that are requested out to the world. All right. See you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. We are starting to activate our money frequency so that you can really start to amplify your results with this 5-day money challenge. And in the meantime, look after yourself and let's make that money. See you later, guys.